There are so many weird items in The Sims 4. I've definitely tried building a house before using the weirdest or the worst items that I could find. But what if I wanted to build something cute in The Sims 4 using the worst item from every single pack? And we have like 80 packs in total right now, 81 if you want to include base game. So that means I have to use 81 weird items in this one house and make it look good. So here are all of the items that I picked. I went through every single pack and just picked one that I didn't like. Some of them I maybe picked because of the size. Some of them are just plain weird in my opinion, or like annoying to use. Like this jungle gym, for example, from the toddler pack. Nothing against it, it's just massive. Same as the water slide from backyard stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, this would be a blast. But do I necessarily want this in the backyard of all of my builds? Absolutely not. We of course have this spacecraft from Journey to Batu. No idea how we're gonna use that. The big splash pad water whale thing from Growing Together. Of course, the completely useless base game cupcake machine. We've got Surfin' Santa. This is atrocious, literally why? The Mount Kamarabi mascot. This random chess festival photo op. There are a lot of wall decals in here, some weird statues, some weird art. But honestly, it's not all bad because some packs were just hard to pick something bad. Some packs just don't have any ugly items in them, in my opinion, especially some of the smaller ones like stuff packs and kits like Tiny Living. There's nothing bad here. The country kitchen kit, I mean, seriously, what am I supposed to pick that's bad from here? So we have to use every single one of these to build a house. I have to make it cute, and I'll explain my reasoning maybe a little more as we go as well. So I'm actually going to put all of this into a room, and then I'm gonna grab hold of this and I'm gonna put it into the basement, basically just because I don't want all of these items on my lot while I'm building. So whenever we need an item, we're just gonna have to come down here and get it. So let's start building our actual shell. I'm building here in Brindleton Bay, and I think I want to build something summery. There were a lot of water items that I picked, so we could do like a little water park. This build is right by the lake. They can go swimming. Oh, and speaking of summery, by the way, there's a huge sale going on for Sims packs right now. Some of them are up to 85% off. So if you plan on buying any packs, since I am an EA partner, you could support my channel by using my code sydneymacoretta at checkout on the EA app or on thesims.com, and I'll earn a small commission off your purchase. I think I want multiple levels with this terrain, and then we can like section it off so each section can have maybe something different going on. Like on one section we could have a little mini water park, maybe we can have a pool or a pond on this lot. And this is a really big lot. This is a 64 by 64 lot, so the biggest one that we can go. I just wanted to take a precaution because of some of the bigger items that we have to use today. So far this is the terrain I've come up with. I'm gonna go in and add some terrain paint. I would like it if this looked like a massive driveway leading up as well, but I do want to include different pathways too. So I'm gonna trace around this with some dirt, and then we can have pathways going this way. I definitely want one over here leading down to the lake. Maybe that can lead in like the back door or something, and then we can bring it down this way to whatever we have going on down here. Maybe dining, like a picnic space. We'll just finish these off. This is gonna look crazy right now when there's no build, but trust me, it's gonna look good when we're done. Okay, let's start building our shell. I know I want my entrance to be right here, and then I was thinking off to the side we build maybe a garage, or we have it look like a garage, but there was some bowling items that I need to use. I picked this item as my least favorite, but I was torn between this and the actual bowling lane because, you know, it's huge. So I was thinking we could end up putting this into the garage and make our bowling alley in there. So that's just something to keep in mind for the sizing over there. This house is gonna have to be pretty big in the first place just because of the size of the lot. And this is definitely gonna be a family home because I picked a ton of kids items. So for right now, this is the massive shell we've got. I'm gonna make some adjustments. Like I wanna punch out a balcony there. Maybe we can bring it forward on a couple blocks. Like I'll add some flooring right here, and then we bring it across, and then we have a little balcony. I was also thinking about opening up this front part completely, like just adding some columns in the middle, and then we add a spandrel of some kind, and then we section this off down here as well. So it'll be like the entry, the front door can be down there. I think I'm gonna change up these columns. Let's actually try these ones from Growing Together. We'll do a matching Growing Together spandrel, and then we can also get a fence down here. Maybe we tried this one from Horse Ranch. I just played around with this spacing a little more on those, and then I also added this same fence over on our balcony. Over to the side there, I think that's where I want to build the pond. So let's go in with the terrain tool, and I'm gonna make this pretty big. I'm gonna lower it down like that. Oh my gosh, it's a deep pond. I do want part of the house to be like going under though. It won't actually be, but when we fill this up, oh my gosh, I made this way too deep. This is terrifying. There's just no need for that. Okay, let me fix it. Whatever. Now we can go in and add this foundation paint, and half of this house back here is gonna look like it's up on stilts. So now if I go in and build my back deck, I can use this fence, and I want to bring it over the water, so it's kind of like almost like a dock. It would be really cool if Sims could jump off of here into the water, but they can't. I've tested it before, but just a little something like that is nice. We can bring this up here as well and make another deck. We're gonna have tons of outdoor spaces on this build. We need columns obviously holding this up, and I think now I should roof it. Before I get ahead of myself, let's start to roof this. I'm gonna start off with a gabled roof piece. The easiest shape that I can see is this one over here. I'm just gonna add my roofing like that and bring it over top of the balcony, and we'll just bring that all the way back like this. I'm gonna press Shift C on my keyboard so we can curve this out. One thing about me, I love a curved roof. I don't know what it is. I always find myself doing it, but now we can copy and paste that roof piece that we just made, and we'll cover this bit. I think I want another gabled roof piece facing this way, so I'm gonna add that on, and then we'll make it bigger so it can look like that. Actually, this is gonna be some pretty complex roofing. I also wanted to add a piece here, so I'm using a half gabled roof piece, and I'm gonna bring that across. I'm gonna lower it, and then again we're gonna use Shift C to curve it. And for a little added detail, I'm gonna take a half hipped roof. We're gonna add that on right here, and then I'm gonna pull it all the way across like that. We're just gonna adjust this here, so that's gonna be right in the center. Now we just need to roof this mini bit. I'm gonna shrink the gabled roof piece I already have, and then for our garage, I'm actually gonna use a hipped roof. So I'm gonna cover the garage like this. We're gonna bring out those adjusters. I'll curve it a tiny bit again, and then I'm gonna copy this one and just attach that bit on like that. I'm definitely gonna have to play around with this back part here, but with our roof trim and our roof paint, this is how our house is looking. For wallpaper, I'm gonna stick with growing together since we've been using that a lot. I actually really like the default swatch on a lot of this, so I'm gonna use that for the roofing. And then for a secondary wallpaper, there's also this brick we can use. So I think I'm gonna use that on the garage. I'll bring that to the back. I'm gonna use horse ranch columns for added detail. Okay, now we need windows, and then we can finally get to working out those items. What about some cats and dogs? We are in Brindleton Bay. I actually really like the look of these with the growing together stuff. Cats and dogs windows actually still hold up. This is a pretty good pack for windows especially. I feel like these and the ones from growing together kind of have the same vibe. We can use these smaller ones on the garage slash bowling alley we're gonna have. We could try and use the growing together front door. I wouldn't mind also using some of the eco lifestyle windows to really open it up. Ooh, the door from the industrial loft kit could look really nice on our balcony. And then we're gonna need the garage door. And for that, I always use this one from Snowy Escape. So far with all of the windows and the doors and everything, this is how our house is looking. Now let's work on some of the outdoor spaces. This is kind of a mess after I moved it, but first thing I want to grab is the water slide. I was hoping that this back here could be our water park. Like, I'm actually not opposed to adding another one of these. These are so not cute in my opinion, but like in gameplay, they're so much fun. And then we can grab the whale. He looks so sad down here. Okay, he's happy again. Yeah, whale can just go right there. This was another one of the weird items I picked. This is from Island Living. It's like a balloon shaped like a shark. So I guess it's only fitting that he goes beside this guy. It can just be like an aquatic themed water park. And then I think to pull it together, I'm gonna go into growing together, and we can grab some more of like these splash pad items. These are actually interactive. They're so fun for like little Sims. And then you just add these little things and you've got your own splash pad at home. So fun. I was on a run the other day, and on my running route there was a splash pad, but like it was school hours, so no one was there, but it was on for some reason. So I just ran through by myself. It was the best in this heat. We are in a disgusting heat wave right now. That random splash pad was my saving grace. There's also these super cute like decorative things for the splash pads, so I'm just adding these around as well. It's gonna look a little unfinished right now without the landscaping around it, but I'm also gonna add our massive toddler tunnels. That can go just in this spot right there. And I'm also adding these random things out here as well, just like near the back of the house. This is a solar water heater from For Rent. Not even sure how necessary this is. That's why I picked this one. And then to go beside it, we have this mini water tower. This is from Lovestruck. Some of these items I didn't even notice the first time around, which is why challenges like this are fun sometimes. It'll force you to use items you've never used. Like this water heater is actually kind of cool. Or water tank, or whatever this is. I'm gonna start filling in some of these other spaces. Like I'm adding these loungers from Eco Lifestyle. These were not on the worst item list. I just think they're cute. Maybe we can add a big umbrella table overlooking the pond. I think actually I'm gonna start to landscape this because it's gonna look a little crazy if I don't start doing it. So let me start doing a little bit of it and then I'll show you when I'm like halfway done. Okay, back landscaping, already looking so much better. All I had to do was add in my debug rocks from base game, a little landscaping here and there, and I feel like it's looking good. I'm trying currently to find a place for this. This is my eco lifestyle item. It's like this big metal pergola, and I do have this space beside the house. I can maybe squeeze that in, but since this pergola is near it, maybe I could add more stuff under there. Like also from eco lifestyle, I was really tempted to pick some of these, like the generator, or just some of the bigger items like, what is this? Another generator. I don't know what half of these do, okay? I'm gonna be honest. So maybe we just add all of them. Maybe whoever lives here is like real big into the recycling. Maybe they like to go off the grid every once in a while. So there we go. That's even more items from eco lifestyle that I don't particularly like. And you know what? I feel like a workbench would do well under there. It's funny because we're gonna have a garage, which is like where you would find majority of this stuff, I feel, but ours instead will be a bowling alley. What else is going on down here? Like, should I take this guy? He could maybe be part of the water park. I can just stick him back there. A lot of mascots made it onto this list. This is Frank the Womp Womp. He's from high school years. He's actually kind of cute. Where do we put Surfin' Santa? Where does he fit into this equation? Ooh, Surfin' Santa has different swatches. Girl, you can go over here under this tree. Maybe it's Christmas time, but it's like Australia. Is there anything else that can go outside? Oh, I have the stove. This is that stove that just really bothers me from the new restoration kit. Just because it comes like this, like I get the goal is to clean it up, but also it's a lot slimmer than the other ovens, and for some reason that just bothers me. So that can go under here. We're just working on this like it's a little project. The final thing I'm gonna take from this room is this collection of rugs. I have this big patio upstairs, so I feel like these would just make for a good balcony rug. These are from Laundry Day. This is another one I had a hard time picking. Like, I guess we can go with this more neutral swatch, and we can add some comfy furniture out here. Like, I was picturing the book nook kit. I feel like these chairs would just be so cozy. Like, this is where you would come outside and maybe just relax. You are literally looking at the ocean here. Like, this is gonna be the view from the back patios. So I mean, I'd be out here every day. So with all of the outside done, this is what our house is looking like. All things considered, it turned out so good. It's definitely giving that summery house vibe that I was looking for. I made a little front patio area. There's no items on the bad item list over here. I just used some patio furniture from Seasons and pulled it together with some plants. Coming around this side, there was this item from the Romantic Garden stuff pack. I kind of just squeezed it in here. Again, like there's not really any bad items from that pack, so I don't know, I just made it work right there. And then in the backyard, this is everything we have going on. It looks so fun. I'm definitely putting this on the gallery so you guys can have some summery gameplay. We have the water park, we've got the toddler play area, there's a spot by the pond for the adults to lounge if they want to. Under here, I also included a dining space. These chairs were on the list. This was the fitness stuff item that I had. I just feel like they look weird. They look awkward. I don't like them, but I pulled it off with the matching dining table right there, so that ended up working. Of course, we needed a little fire pit action, so we've got that, and I added a barbecue just sitting in this little bump out that I had on the deck. We have our cozy book nook spot up here. I added the floral arranging skill up here, and also there's an easel. So literally it's so much for Sims to do, and we still have to do the inside. So let's go tackle that bowling alley. That is going to be this entire section right here. So this is the item from bowling night that we have to make work, but I also said that I would add in the obnoxious lanes as well. They are so big, I think I have to extend this still. I think luckily I can just bring this forward a tiny bit, and I think we just have room for one. So we're gonna have one random bowling lane in this place. Do we put this outside? No, that's gonna ruin the whole thing. I think it has to be subtle. This is like a speakeasy bowling alley situation. Imagine they opened a small business and it was just this one bowling lane. Wait, I am gonna give them that option. I'm gonna add the ticket kiosk, so if this family does want to do that, they can open up a little side business bowling alley. And you know what? Let's make it space themed. I have this item. Where did this come from? Oh yeah, okay, this is from Get Famous. It's a prop. There were a lot of weird items from from Get Famous, honestly. This one I feel like I've just never noticed before. So I'm going to make a little crashed UFO area in the back. Then we could add the horse ranch space ceiling. Oh, and also you guys know how I'm obsessed with the touch of starlight item from Lovestruck. There is a ceiling option. I feel like my ceilings are never visible enough, but like there's a whole ceiling option for the touch of starlight item. So you can add this onto any ceiling and it's gonna give you that starry effect. Now it looks so crazy from above. In live mode, since these are lights, they'll disappear. Oh, just kidding, they don't go away. That's a little annoying, but it's fine. Let's continue with our space theme. I'm just gonna add some flooring. We'll add in some wallpaper. And then I think it's time we finally find use for this spacecraft. This thing is so obnoxious. And this is from Journey to Bed 2, obviously. There were a few bad items that I found from this pack, but like this one is a weird one and it's just annoying. So I'm gonna try and shrink it and I'm gonna raise it maybe on top of the bowling lane. Yeah, these stars are gonna drive me nuts. The thought was there, okay, but they're going. Oh no, they're so annoying to delete too. Okay, touch of starlight ceiling object. Not as good as the OG. Just gonna say that. This is a lot better. Okay, but you know what? Aside from the randomness that's up there, I don't hate it. And then we can obviously add the UFO light from Strangerville. We should also change the color of it in here. Like maybe we add a blue light. The Party Essentials kit also has a disco ball. The disco bowling is so fun. Wait, I kind of want to go bowling this weekend now. We should probably have some blackout curtains on our garage. Actually, you know what? Let's make the whole wall a curtain. We could probably also fit some of the bowling night stuff for like seating. We can add some of the bowling balls. The bowling night stuff kind of has a spacey theme anyway. It's got that like atomic space age sort of vibe to it. We can add some more of the space pictures. And then I don't think I can fit a full bar in here, but we do have some of the smaller ones. Like Lovestruck has this and it's literally just like a mini one tile bar, which is perfect for this occasion. Ooh, the jukebox could also be fun in this room. All right, so we have our space themed bowling alley in The Sims 4. I feel like it was a good way to use these random items. My sim is also terrible at bowling. She also keeps sitting down as if someone else is gonna go bowl, but like it's just her. It's kind of cute. Let's see if this is any better. Oh, I think she's good. She got a strike on her second try. Okay, so there we go. Little bowling speakeasy garage that you could turn into a small business if you wanted to. Just use a ticket kiosk, register as a small business, and charge an entrance fee. So this is the rest of the space that we have to work with. We've got the upper floor and the lower down here. And then for our items, it's not bad, but it's definitely not great. A lot of them were kind of far apart, so it looked like there was less going on than there really is. Oh no, I forgot about this bathroom stall. This was my Discovery University item. I hate it because it's just so big and pointless. Like I get it for public bathrooms, but like to make a public bathroom, literally all you have to do is this, add a door and a toilet and you're done. And you saved a lot more space than you would with this thing. Oh, it's just so annoying. But anyway, we need to use that stall. And I guess I could have made a public washroom with this somehow, but I don't want the bowling alley business to take up our entire house. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, why else would we have a stall randomly? Okay, you know what? If we're gonna have a business, we're gonna need a bathroom anyway. I'll move some of this stuff over. Oh, we could use one of the Strangerville doors for our bathroom. The one that says like no aliens allowed, kind of space themed. And then that's gonna lead into our bathroom stall, which I guess I'll use these curtains to section off the window to our family fire pit outside. And then we just need a sink and a mirror. We'll add some flooring and wallpaper in there and maybe a cute little moon wall decal. Why not? I'll add the hand towels and then we'll do a trash can over here. And there we go. We have a public washroom right there in our house. Okay, let me make a layout before I find any other weird items that we have to use. I guess my stairs can be right here by the entry. There's gonna be an awkward nook right there. Maybe we could add laundry. This is also gonna be a long awkward space. Maybe we could put a bathroom there. Our bathroom would be right beside the public one. Is that weird? I mean, maybe plumbing would be there anyway, as if I know literally anything about plumbing. Then our stairs would go up right there. We could do another bathroom right here. And then obviously we're gonna section this whole part off for bedrooms. So we could probably do 3 bedrooms, 1 big one, 2 smaller ones. A couple of those will obviously be kids' bedrooms. And then for this down here, I'm thinking we leave it open concept. Open-ish. We can do like kitchen right here and then living room on this side. You know what? I lied. I lied straight to your little faces. She's gonna be closed concept with an arch. All right, looking at the items that are left, I think we have to do a kids' room. Maybe I'll just gather all of the things that I think would work in a kids' room. So like that stuff can go over there. I think this for some reason is gonna have to also be in the kids' room. This, oh no, I forgot about this. Wait a second, this is from high school years. I already added something from high school years. Well, I guess we are using 2 of the worst items from that pack. What if we had one really smart kid sim and then one more creative kid sim? I'm kind of just like matching items right now to make something work. Ooh, this weird separation wall could maybe go behind the bed. Like picture a bed there like this. Wait, that's the room. The tiny living desk could work over here. The pastel pop end table I think has like a minty green color. Oh, and from the storybook nursery kit, I hate these pictures. Anything that has a pre-made sim in it. Like there are a few pictures in this game that just have like random sims in them. They freak me out. Like I'm sure most toddlers probably do fit like one of these images, but still, if I didn't make the sim, I don't want them in pictures on my wall. I just don't. Okay, so let me start filling up these rooms with this stuff. Like let's bring the chess thing. This can go right here. Maybe this is like an older brother. Like this could be probably a child sim still in elementary school, but they're one of those super logical sims who's really smart. They literally spend their time practicing chess all the time. They also happen to really like this bunny sculpture. Let me find a better bed than the one that I had. Like this one from Dream Home Decorator. Anything yellow I'm feeling. Sometimes it sounds like I'm trying to predict the future. Like I'm a fortune teller when I'm like, I'm feeling a yellow bed, brown floors. And what is that? Blue wallpaper. These are other pictures that are just funny to me. These are from the Secret Sanctuary kit. And it's like basically just Don Lothario. Or no, this is a Casanova cave kit, right? Okay, yeah, they're basically just pictures of Don Lothario and like the Calientes. It's a little funny, I'm not gonna lie. But that was my least favorite item from this kit. I picked these island pictures. I feel like they make a lot more sense than that. I changed up my wallpaper and my bed situation. We have this random crest from the Castle Estate kit. I think I'll put this over here. Maybe this sim dreams of getting into university and that could be maybe their crest. Like there's also these which match, so I'll just add that there. This bunny. We'll add a rug here. We should probably also add doors. That would maybe be helpful. I was hoping this from Tiny Living was a desk, but I'm pretty sure this is just an end table. Yeah, definitely just a table, so we'll bring that up. And I wonder if I should actually go with that headboard idea, like push the bed into this, and then we can move this over here, and we can put an actual chess table in front of it as if this was like the background they're dreaming of or something. We can maybe use some of these wall decals in here, like we have this. I don't know what this is, to be honest. This is from Jungle Adventure. Just stick that in the corner. Oh, there's this bookshelf that I need. This was my item from Werewolves. Maybe we can add some lights above here just to make it look a little bit better. Oh, this item, hold on. This is the one exception I made in this challenge. This is from Outdoor Retreat, and I chose this item because I have never seen this item. This is the oldest game pack that we literally have, and I've never picked this up and put it onto the lot, but look how cute that is. You know why I didn't is because I thought this was huge for some reason. Probably because this guy is so big. I literally thought this was like that, and I didn't know it was a plushie. Okay, I don't know. But this little guy is a plushie. Are you kidding me? Look at his little tail and his little heart nose. This is what I mean about these challenges, just forcing you to find new items, because like I can't believe I've never seen this little guy. I'm gonna use a matching Dream Home Decorator dresser. There's this from Life and Death. This is an item you can unlock at level 10 of the Mortician branch in the Undertaker career, so I don't know why this child would have it, but it reminds me of one of those things you'd see in a science room, which is perfect because we also have this guy. This is Benny Bones, and I'm pretty sure he is meant for science education. That's my get to work item. Maybe I'll also just add some book clutter. We could add a mirror right here. We'll do some more matching fairy lights above the bed, and I guess we could do like a little chair in the corner. We actually still need a toy box, and I have this wall decal that I have to get rid of too. Are there any other swatches? No. This is the Parenthood item that I picked. I don't think I've ever used this, so I don't know. Maybe this sim is also into basketball. Okay, you know what? I actually don't hate this room. I think it's cute. It's different. It's unique. This sim is going places. This sim is gonna be a little doctor or something. He has his like little sciencey things. He's just a, you know, sciencey little guy who really loves chess. I would have loved to get a desk in here too. I'm probably gonna have to put some out in that room, but let's go and do the creative sim room next. So I'm gonna bring all of this stuff upstairs, including that pastel pop table. And you know what? This might have to be a shared bedroom just because I do need to include a toddler somewhere. So for these items so far, I have this one obviously from the Nifty Knitting Kit. This is from the movie Hangout Stuff Pack, and this swatch and that table look really good together. This one is from the kids room stuff pack. I have always hated this picture. The other swatches aren't great. Like this one's okay. I think I'll use this swatch, but also from the kids room stuff pack, I really do not like this art. Some of the swatches are okay in here too, but like still, maybe we'll just use both. We'll ramp up the challenge because why not? You know what? I feel like this little guy is not gonna look so weird in here. He matches. He's the same color as my desk. We'll add a heart chair over here. We can try and find a bed that matches. Ooh, this pastel green is pretty. And then we can do a pastel theme in here. Get like a little pink going maybe. Oh, I also have this artwork from the Comfy Gamer kit. Another one I had a hard time picking. Like I do not hate this picture. I just didn't know where to put it, I guess. This weird thing from Strangerville could go up there. Maybe this is one of their projects. I can raise it up on the desk. This could be like a school project or just something they were making creatively. This pastel pop table can go in here somewhere. Like the only reason that makes sense is if we have a little toddler bed in here too. Like I guess that can just go in this corner, or even this base game one might match a little better. And then they can have the pastel pop table because like I guess that is that child. All right, what else? We're kind of coming down to it. We have this couch. It's just a corner couch. This is from My First Pet stuff. Some of the swatches on here are not bad actually, but some of them, like the ones with the dog and like the cat on it, are just kind of funny. So I don't know, I guess that can just go there. Oh, they could have a dollhouse in the middle and they can play together. I want them to both have a dresser, so I'm gonna use these two from Tiny Living. And then obviously we need some toys in here too. We can add this cute lamp with the animal wrapped around it. We can add some drawings over here. Ooh, and the Defender light. I'm gonna add one in here too. I always forget about that. What else can we get rid of? Maybe this. This was my item from Seasons, but I want to say there's different swatches in here that are cute. Oh, they're like all the freezer bunny. It's the freezer bunny basically just in all different occasions. Okay, let's just use this one. This one makes sense in a kid's room, I guess. Oh no, and this is from My Wedding Stories. I should have put this outside. Unless I can add it into this room and it looks cute for some reason. It could have been a project if I can just squeeze it into the wall and then make it look like it's connecting onto that wall. Wait, that works. Maybe it's a little random over there, but whatever. This is our kids room. We have a toddler and a child room. Honestly, this is adorable, even with the weird items. I feel like I can't even tell where they are. We blended them in. I feel like even with the mascot in the corner, it's not weird. The rug and all the pictures make sense. I added the friendship bracelet making kit on this side, as well as the cross stitch box so that there's even more creative things for the sim to do. Here's how it looks on this side. I like it. It's soft. There's enough for both kids to do in this room. And that is both of our kids' rooms complete. So this is what we have left. And I feel like I'm gonna skip to the kitchen next, basically just so I can get the cupcake machine out of the way. I have this, this is from the kitchen clutter kit, and it's basically just like cracked eggs and flour and everything on the counter. This one just bugs me that there's gonna be cracked eggshells on your counter permanently. Like it makes sense if you're setting the scene, like literally placing these down while your sims are baking or something, but I just find this weird to be out at all times. I don't know. What else can we add to the kitchen? Maybe this, literally just a container from the country kitchen kit. I basically just picked this to pick something because all of the items from this kit are good. I just wish maybe the top of this changed swatches, and that's literally my only reasoning. We can use this sign from the bistro kit somehow. This was my other worst item from that pack. Basically just because I don't know how to use it. It's like a menu. I guess a little chalkboard menu could be cute in my kitchen. We still have this light. This from Cottage Living. I forgot about this too. How are we supposed to use that? This is a sign for festivals, like the festivals that are held in Henford on Bagley. I have literally no idea how we're gonna use that. Okay, well, let's start bringing some of it in. The menu is actually kind of cute. Now that I'm looking at it, we could have like maybe the cupcakes on the menu behind it. Maybe the kids like making cupcakes. I don't know. Oh, and also we have to use these cabinets. This was my cool kitchen item. I really just don't like the glass on these, but the counters aren't that bad. So I'm just gonna add these counters along the wall like this. Actually, I really like this swatch. Maybe we can even keep the counters at brown. My Desert Luxe item was these lights. This is a pretty big kitchen space. We can also fit an island. Like even with the cupcake machine, we still have a lot of room. Let's do oven right in the middle. I guess our fridge could go right here, and we'll do a sink on the island. I think on the back wall here, we'll do brick and maybe a gray wave stone for the rest of the wallpaper. I feel like I never use gray. Okay, what's left? Oh, these are pool lights. I did not mean for that to happen, but wait, they look like semi-normal on the walls. Like, hold on, let me add some plants. Let's add some kitchen clutter. This side bit over here could be good for like a coffee maker or something. And then this family just happened to be baking and they left it out for forever. Ooh, this has a coffee bean swatch though, so we can add that by my coffee maker. We also still need a trash can. And you know, even with the cupcake machine, I think this is turning out. There's space for a big dining table right here, even though we have one right outside. They'll be happy they have this one if it rains though. I used Dream Home Decorator bar stools, so I'll just match them here with these chairs. Oh, and we can't forget about the high chair. I added 2 outside just in case there's a friend. I feel like we could use a pattern in here, like maybe something blue. Is there anything else here I can toss there? Oh, we have the knife block. This was my item from, oh, Home Chef Hustle, which again was a really hard pick. Runner up was this dishwasher because I hate how it doesn't fully cover the whole thing. So we'll add that too. All right, we're coming down to it, you guys. This is all we have left. A lot of these look like we could put them in a living room. Like this fireplace, this was another really tricky one. This is from the Cozy Kitsch kit. I picked this because I'm not really a big fan of the like empty fireplace look. I guess I can put that here. I moved my windows over so my TV can go in the middle. On top of that, I have this tea set. You know what? This could actually go in the kitchen. This is from the Secret Sanctuary kit. I guess it could even go on my dining table. This couch, I've always hated this couch. It just looks kind of goofy. It's from Cats and Dogs. I don't really like any of the swatches, to be honest, but I guess I'll pick this one. Like this just looks like one of those grandma's living rooms where you're not allowed to actually sit on the furniture. Like, did anyone else's grandma have the couches taped? Or not taped, but like covered with a plastic? It's a very odd sounding thing if you don't know what I'm talking about. But like that's what this couch reminds me of. Let me try and make this better already with some curtains. And we'll put a TV up. I think I'll use a big TV. Oh, there are some bad ones left. I gotta start using them. Like there's this from Mosquito. Never been a fan of this artwork. Some of this stuff could be easy to get rid of. This is from the Book Nook kit. It's just a case of books. I picked this one because there's another item like this item which also has books and a plant. So this one had no plant. Can we use this anywhere? Suddenly this is really fancy. It's really just a lamp, I guess. We can put that in the corner. We can add a bookshelf next to it. Maybe we save this art for the upstairs bedroom. I'm just gonna start tossing stuff up there. This thing I've been avoiding big time. This is from Dine Out and I've just been avoiding it because it's huge and also very bright, but maybe this could also be a headboard. Like if I put a bed up to that, maybe it won't look so bad and we can like tuck it in somehow with some walls here. Okay, wait, hold on. Why do I like this? This is why I'm telling you, I'm urging all of you guys to try this challenge yourself because you might find some items that you think you don't like and then you just put them together and it works somehow. Like look at this bedroom. It's giving modern. There's a lamp down here I can use. This lamp is the item I picked from the Modern Luxe kit. This divider could work in the bedroom. I completely abandoned the living room. We will be back. We could put the divider here and make like the world's longest closet because I have these awkward bump outs. Also, this chair would work in this bedroom. This chair is from the Refined Living Room kit. I just picked it because it looks like an office chair to me when it's not. I think that's the style. I'm just personally not the biggest fan. We can do a Modern Luxe dresser. It's funny because we started off so bright and colorful with like the kids' rooms. I assumed the entire house would look like that, but this has turned out pretty modern. What else? Okay, we can take this sign. I don't know why we would have this here. It's meant to be like the logo for a spa. I don't know. It looks kind of just like art right there. Let's do an ottoman in the corner. We still need our rack of clothes right here. So I'm going to add this from high school years. Then we can actually hang clothes on there. We can finally use this tiny living end table in the back and we'll put some clutter on it. This could even be a his and hers closet situation. Like his could be over here. And then this is her closet. We're going to need a hamper in here for the laundry downstairs. Some final items we can add is this. This is the Gemologist Field Kit. Maybe we're about to take up a new hobby. That works there in the bedroom. I'm gonna grab this trophy clutter and this tiny clutter from the Everyday Clutter Kit, and we'll just add these on the tables. The trophies can go in his closet clutter. And here we have our bedroom. I actually really like that dine out thing over the bed. It makes a lot more sense when you add the walls on either side of it. Like it doesn't look so random that way. I actually really like that. Definitely more modern and more like stylish than I expected. We have our chairs over to this side. We've got our closets. We ended up using that divider. Oh, we actually still have this entire balcony right here if we need it. Hold on, is there anything we can stick out there? We could use this. This is meant to be a backsplash for like if you were gonna paint something. And then we could just add anything random in front of it and pretend that we're painting that. Like if we take this plaque, this is so random. This is from City Living. There's no other swatches to it. It's just like a random plaque. But if we put an easel right here facing that, then maybe we can get away with saying we're just painting the plaque for a project. It's a stretch, okay? It makes literally no sense. But like, then this random occult marking, this is from Paranormal. this can go on the floor. Maybe they spilled that as paint. They're gonna summon something accidentally, but I'm sure this family will be okay. Oh my gosh, we're getting so close. Okay, I'm gonna take this little gnome. He's from the little campers kit. I'm actually gonna raise him up and put him in the garden. Or you know what, maybe even on the barbecue like this. He's on top of s'mores, okay? People are probably gonna be making s'mores at the fire. He looks great there. His wagon gnome friend from Horse Ranch is also gonna have to come outside unless we shrink him and put him on a table or something. I guess this could go in my living room. This living room we kind of abandoned, or it could go in the hallway upstairs. Me literally just avoiding the living room at all costs. And all right, for the remaining stuff, I've sorted it. This stuff I think I could put outside. Like if we just add it here, it can maybe match my workshop area. Done. These are all bathroom items. Like this is a shower divider. We have a little nightlight. This stuff we can add in the big bathroom upstairs. Or actually this from the Oasis Courtyard kit could go outside under my fire pit. This rug from Realm of Magic, they always bother me when they're not put together like that. Like the idea is so you could make a long hallway rug because these swatches in the middle you can change so it's like really long like that. I always forget that's even an option, to be honest, because there are regular hallway rugs to use. But this could be a bath mat. Let's see. Okay, we could make our own shower like this. And then I guess we put another shield right here. This from Perfect Patio can be just a weird little design, and then we'll put the nightlight right there. This plant from Blooming Rooms I really want to love, but the lighting is always horrible on it. So I'll just put that on this wall for now. We could do a nice big sink right here with a mirror. We'll get our tile. And I was thinking just something like this from Parenthood. Okay, wait, this is cute. I like that as a bath mat. We also have room for a bathtub, so I can put that right there. And then maybe these plants can go here. We'll do a toilet on this wall. And we also need a potty for the toddler. A change table would actually also be ideal. So I'm going to use this one in the corner. The potty should go here. And then we'll still have room for the sink. Okay, I actually really like this bathroom. The shower doesn't look weird like that. We even managed to fit a bathtub. We've got everything we need, even a change table, our little potty as well. Love it. Okay, now all we have to do is get rid of these 3 items. These ones, I don't know what we're gonna do with. They don't match the aesthetic at all. This I'm gonna put in the corner, and then I'm gonna finally put that laundry I was talking about. I'll just add all of this stuff here like that. I guess the spider we could put in the kids' room, like maybe just in the corner like this. I don't even like looking at it. There it is. And you know what? This guy can just go right up there. He's gonna be protecting the yard. We'll change the swatch. So after pulling everything together, this is what our hallway's looking like. It's a lot more neutral in this house than I normally will decorate, just because some of the items had crazy swatches other than the neutral ones. So like I tried to just choose the neutral swatch for all of them. This is how the living room turned out though. I did manage to bring in some blue. I added the other cats and dogs chairs that match the couch. I even managed to add in that little horse gnome from Horse Ranch. He's just chilling on this fireplace. And I felt like the fireplace looked better as not the main center focus of the room. I also added a desk over here. There's even another chess table so our chess fanatic can play with the family. And I just added one final bathroom over to the left. I ended up bringing that cottage living sign outside. I had no idea where to put this. I just added it outside the water park. It's literally for a chicken competition, but I don't feel like it looks that out of place somehow. All in all, I feel like this turned out looking like a pretty normal house, even though we had to use all of those weird items. The only super out of place room is this bowling alley, but like this place is fun. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know if you have any video ideas in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.